Do you know what I love? By the way, I'm Nas. If you don't know me already, I'm Nas. But do you know what I really love? I love a juicy royal roundup. Yeah, I like the gossip. I also like reading or watching my horoscopes on YouTube, Formula One scandals, real English content made by real native English speakers. But here's the thing. One day I sent out a link to one of my students. It was a great video. And do you know what happened next? For the entire lesson, the following lesson, she wanted me to explain all the phrases she didn't understand. Boom! Light bulb moment.
Royal Roundup. You guys know I love the royal family. I revere the pomp, the circumstance, the monarchy. I love everything having to do with the royals, but we have to start off by talking about the fake royals, the wannabe royals, the knockoff royals over in Montecito, and that is none other than the Duke and Duchess of Scamalot, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, because their popularity continues to dwindle down. Now, as we told you in the last episode, their Netflix deal is not getting renewed. That $100 million deal is not getting renewed, and some more folks have chimed in. So we have this comment from a British broadcaster and photographer, Helena Chard. Here's what she had to say about Harry and Meghan. There are whispers that Harry and Meghan's Netflix deal will expire quietly. I can't imagine that either party would want to shout this news over the rooftops. They will hope it's a smooth transition. Now, she says the Sussexes' star attraction has taken a nosedive. The majority of their material has received poor viewing figures, and there doesn't seem to be suitable appeal for any new production starring the duo. That's true. The court of public opinion is key here. The public do not feel kindly toward them. They trashed their family, created a huge amount of damage, and monetized off of the back of the attacks. Now, this is what I've been saying for years. Okay? Meghan Markle, she goes over to the royal family, she cons them into thinking she's this big Hollywood actress, even though none of us had really heard of her before.
What if I told you that this video isn't just about Meghan Markle? What if I told you that this video is about real world English and how to talk about things that go wrong? Things go wrong in our lives every single day. They go wrong in my life. By the way, I'm Nas. If you're new to the channel, hey there and welcome. If you're returning, well, it's great to have you back here with me. Today we're going to talk about Meghan Markle, and we're going to connect all of this to real world English. So Meghan Markle, the Duchess, twerking, mocking the Queen, and you know what, dishing royal secrets, also leaking information about the Sussex summit. Okay, now in my opinion, it's just my point of view, it's a full-on meltdown. It's a full-on meltdown. Some would say it's a PR disaster. Now tell me, which one sounds more natural to you? Which one sounds more like you, meltdown or PR disaster? I'd love you to really think about the language that you use, because we all have a kind of language personality, I believe. Certain words resonate with us. So comment below, because I'm seriously curious about how this sounds to you. Which one do you prefer? So I just said it's a full-on meltdown, okay? But here's a couple other phrases I could have said instead. I could have said it's a media circus, it's a disaster spiral, or it's all gone off the rails. Right now, which one hits the hardest for you? But the bottom line is they all mean the same thing: disaster, failure. And type the one that you prefer in the comments, or even better, try making a sentence with it. Just take a second or two to quickly type in the comments. So PR meltdown, disaster, epic failure. I don't see how she's going to come back from this one. So what's happening? Well, Meghan's looking for her next gig. And no, we're not talking about a rock concert. I don't think she can sing, but she is looking for her next gig. Now, in real English, her next gig just means the next job, the next opportunity, the next paid project. Now, you'll hear this all the time, especially in freelance work or even creative work. Now, gig, the next gig, you may have heard the gig economy. Now, I said she's looking for her next gig, but the reality is I could have also said she's hunting for her next job, or she's pitching for her next role, or she's trying to stay relevant. Now, which one would you say? If you were talking about your own career and looking for your next paid opportunity, would you say, I'm looking for my next gig? Just comment yes or no in the comments below. Now, Meghan is having a bit of a problem finding her next gig because Netflix has already pulled the plug on her show, you know, that As Ever or With Love Meghan or whatever it's called. Well, Netflix has pulled the plug on that show. Now, when I say pull the plug, I'm not talking about a bathtub and a bath plug. No, no, no. When I say they pulled the plug on her show, it means they canceled it. They canceled it, they pulled the plug on it, they shut it down. Basically, it's game over. So they pulled the plug on her show. I'm curious, do you have a similar phrase in your language? Please drop that in the comments because I'm dying to know if this phrase, pulled the plug, has a match in your language and in your culture. So Netflix has pulled the plug on her show. I think it's called With Love Meghan. I have watched a couple episodes. Basically, when I couldn't fall asleep, it's great for insomnia. Oh no, that's mean, but it is what it is, right? But now, no one wants to touch her. No one wants to touch her. Now, I don't mean this literally. No, no, no. Because in English, if I say no one wants to touch her, it means no one wants to be associated with her. She's too controversial. She's too risky. No one wants to work with her. I think the other word that has been thrown around in connection with Meghan Markle is that she's radioactive. She's toxic. So no one wants to touch her. No one wants to touch her. And if you like that phrase, if you think you can use it in your everyday life, then please just pop a thumbs up in the comments or hit that like button. Now, this is actually how native English speakers like myself sound when we're having conversations amongst ourselves about public figures, about jobs, about politics, even maybe about someone, a colleague who might be toxic. But today, we're just going to link it to Meghan because, you know, it's easy. Now, what are your thoughts? Is Meghan making a comeback? Or is it really game over for her and Harry? Let's talk about it in the comments. And if you learned even one phrase today, give this video a like so I know that it helped you in some way. And by the way, before we end this English News Decoded, as always, or as ever, as Meghan would say, there is a free downloadable PDF. We send these out every Friday. So head on over to our website, lingonas.com, and sign up. You get free downloadable PDFs, English boosters every single week. If you're loving this, can you go ahead and let me know in the comments? See you in the next episode where we decode the English news once again.